When you hold a newborn puppy, do you actually know what's happening inside their mind? Yes, they're adorable, but behind those closed eyes and wobbly steps, there's a transformation taking place that most people completely overlook. It's one of the most critical periods in a dog's entire life. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be shaping behaviors that last for years without even realizing it. Let's start with what's really happening in those first fragile weeks. 1. They're born almost completely helpless. So what's actually going on in a newborn puppy's brain? Most people assume puppies are just tiny versions of adult dogs, but here's the thing, they're not even close. When a puppy enters the world, their eyes are sealed shut. Their ear canals are closed. They can't regulate their own body temperature. They can't even eliminate waste without their mother stimulating them. But here's what blows most people's minds. A newborn puppy's brain is only about 10% developed. That means 90% of their neural architecture, everything that makes them who they'll become, hasn't been built yet. And it all happens in the next 8 weeks. During these first 2 weeks, called the neonatal period, a puppy's world consists of 3 things: warmth, food, and touch. Their brain is focused entirely on survival. They use their sense of smell and touch to find their mother. They root around blindly, guided purely by instinct and heat detection. This might seem simple, but something profound is already happening. Every time their mother licks them, every time they nurse, every time they feel the warmth of their littermates, neural pathways are forming. Their brain is learning what safety feels like. And that template, that very first impression of security, will influence how they bond with humans for the rest of their life. 2. Their senses wake up one by one. Around day 10 to 14, something remarkable happens. The puppy's eyes start to open. But here's what most people don't realize: they still can't see much. Their vision is blurry, their depth perception is non-existent, and bright lights can actually damage their developing retinas. This is why responsible breeders keep lighting soft and indirect. The world is coming into focus slowly, not all at once. Then, around the same time, their ear canals open. Suddenly, sound floods in. Before this moment, their world was silent. Now they're hearing their mother's breathing, their siblings' whimpers, the footsteps of humans nearby. And their brain has to make sense of it all at once. This is called the transitional period, and it's exactly what it sounds like. The puppy is transitioning from a purely tactile, scent-based world into one filled with sights and sounds. Their brain is building new neural connections at an explosive rate, trying to categorize and understand every new input. Watch a 3-week-old puppy and you'll see them startle easily. That's not fear yet. That's their brain trying to process stimuli it's never encountered before. Every sound, every shadow, every movement is being logged, analyzed, and stored. And by the way, if you've ever wondered why early socialization matters so much, this is where it starts. We'll get into that more in a moment, but the experiences a puppy has right now are literally shaping the architecture of their brain. 3. The socialization window opens wide. Between weeks 3 and 12, something happens that will never happen again in a dog's life. Scientists call it the critical socialization period, and it's exactly that, critical. During this window, a puppy's brain is hardwired to absorb information about the world without fear. They're curious, bold, and open. Their brain is asking one massive question: what is safe? Every person they meet, every surface they walk on, every sound they hear, their brain is taking notes. And here's the part that most owners miss. After this window closes, around 12 to 16 weeks, the brain shifts. It becomes more cautious, more protective, more skeptical of new things. That's not a bad thing, it's survival. But it means anything the puppy didn't experience during that socialization window might be viewed as a potential threat later. This is why puppies raised in quiet, isolated environments often become anxious adults. Their brain didn't get enough data during the time it was most receptive. They didn't learn that vacuum cleaners are normal, that strangers can be kind, that car rides lead to fun places, and once that window closes, teaching them becomes exponentially harder. So what should be happening during weeks 3 to 8? Gentle exposure. Different people, different textures, different sounds. Not overwhelming, just consistent and positive. Because every single experience is being encoded into their developing brain as either safe or unsafe. 4. They learn to be a dog from other dogs. Have you ever watched a litter of puppies play? It looks chaotic, like a pile of fur and teeth and noise, but something incredibly important is happening. They're learning a language. Around week 4, puppies start interacting with their siblings in more complex ways. They wrestle, they bite, they bark, they chase. And every single interaction is teaching them how to communicate. When one puppy bites too hard, the other yelps and pulls away. That's a lesson. The biting puppy's brain registers that was too much. When a puppy play bows and another responds, they're learning the signals that mean this is fun, not a fight. This is called bite inhibition, and it's one of the most crucial things a puppy learns from their littermates. Their brain is calibrating how much pressure is acceptable, how to read body language, how to tell the difference between play and aggression. Puppies separated from their litter too early before 7 or 8 weeks often struggle with this their entire lives. They didn't get enough time to finish the lesson. They might play too rough with other dogs. They might not recognize when another dog is uncomfortable. Their brain missed a critical chapter in the manual. And here's something that might surprise you. The mother dog plays a huge role too. She corrects them when they're too rough. She teaches them boundaries. She models calm behavior. Her influence is shaping their brain's understanding of structure and discipline. This is why reputable breeders never let puppies go home before 8 weeks. It's not just about physical development, it's about giving the brain time to complete essential lessons it can only learn from other dogs. 5. Their brain is deciding who to trust. During weeks 5 to 7, something shifts in a puppy's brain. They start to show preferences. They might gravitate toward certain people. They might be more cautious around others. This is when their brain starts forming attachment. Studies on canine cognition show that puppies begin to develop bonds with humans during this period that mirror the attachment styles seen in human infants. Secure attachment happens when a puppy's needs are met consistently, when they're handled gently, when they're comforted when scared. Their brain learns humans are safe, humans are a source of security. But if a puppy is handled roughly, ignored when distressed, or exposed to frightening experiences without support, their brain learns something different. It learns to be wary. It learns that humans are unpredictable, and that template affects every relationship they'll have going forward. This is also when fear periods can emerge. Seemingly out of nowhere, a confident puppy might suddenly become cautious. A sound that didn't bother them yesterday makes them freeze today. This isn't regression, it's their brain recalibrating as it matures. How humans respond during these moments matters enormously. Forcing a scared puppy toward something frightening teaches their brain that their fear doesn't matter. But gently encouraging them, rewarding bravery, letting them approach at their own pace, that teaches resilience. 6. Every experience is being filed away forever. Here's something most puppy owners don't realize. A puppy's brain during these first 8 weeks is like wet cement. Every experience leaves an impression, and once that cement hardens, those impressions are permanent. Positive experiences create positive associations. A puppy who hears thunder while cuddling with their mother learns that loud noises aren't dangerous. A puppy who meets gentle children learns that small humans are friends. But negative experiences leave marks too. A puppy who stepped on during a chaotic moment might become hand-shy. A puppy who's startled by a loud noise might develop sound sensitivity. Their brain doesn't have context yet. It just knows that hurt or that scared me. This is why the environment a puppy grows up in during these weeks matters so much. A responsible breeder creates a rich, safe environment. They introduce new textures, sounds, and people carefully. They handle puppies daily. They create positive associations with everything from nail trims to crate time, because they understand that this 8-week window is when a puppy's brain is most malleable, most open, most ready to learn what the world is like. And once it's over, you're working with the foundation that was built. You can add to it, you can reinforce it, but you can't go back and rebuild it. So if you're getting a puppy, ask where they came from. Ask what they've been exposed to. Because the answer will tell you what's already been written into their brain. And that matters more than most people ever realize.